Actress Loughlin and Felicity Huffman appeared in Boston federal court earlier today. The two are among dozens of wealthy parents charged in a massive college admissions scandal. Those involved allegedly paid bribes and facilitated cheating to get their kids into elite universities. CBS News correspondent Don Dahler was at the hearings and joins us now from outside the courthouse. Don, what happened today?
Hi, Rena. Well, as you can imagine, it was controlled chaos at the very beginning when the two stars arrived amid a media crush, people shouting questions at them. They were hustled inside. When they got into the courtroom, and remember, this is a federal courtroom, so there are no cameras allowed inside. They were brought in, and the judge, Judge M. Page Kelly, read them the conditions they're going to be living under for the foreseeable future. That includes that they have limited ability to travel. If they want to go international for their business, they have to get court permission. They're not allowed firearms in the house. They are not to break any more laws. Now, the judge did make an exception in terms of the rule where usually they're not allowed to talk to anybody about the case. She said because this case involves families and children, she said it would be extraordinary to expect them to not talk about this within their family. So she did grant them permission to do so, but she said you have to be careful that you're not going to alter any witnesses or anything of that nature. This is what's called an initial appearance. So they were there just to hear these conditions, to hear that their bond remains the same, and also the judge asked them a few questions. They left again in a media crush, and that's where it was left. It was a very short hearing for I want to say it was supposed to be 15. I think 2 or 3 people did not show up today for various reasons, one of whom is expected to plea, so he didn't come. But that's what happened so far.
So what's the sense, Don, for what happens next for these parents?
Well, they were asked if they wanted what's called a preliminary hearing, which in legal terms basically means that the government has to produce probable cause for why these charges are here. All of the people we saw today, the defendants, waived that right. That they're given that option to waive that. So what happens now is one of two things. Either they take this all the way to trial, in which case most estimates are that this would happen sometime in the fall, or they can plead out. They can work a deal with prosecutors. We're told that there have been 4 guilty pleas in all at this point, and that one of the parents, who was not in court today, is in talks with prosecutors about a plea deal. We don't have the details on that, but those are really the only 2 options at this point.
Don Dahler coming to us from outside that courthouse. Thank you very much, Don.